The officer who shot and killed a man outside of a Macon Kroger in December will not be charged in the death of Sammie Davis Jr.
The Bibb County District Attorney announced today the shooting, while tragic, was justified and the case is closed.
And today the DA presented an in-depth look at the facts in this case and told us why the officer responded with deadly force. It's been 2.5 months since the shooting death of Sammie Davis Jr. and the Bibb County District Attorney released this photo of the officer involved for the first time since the incident.
I just think it's important now for me to set the record straight.
DA David Cook says Davis scratched Officer Clayton Sutton during the incident. Before he talked in depth about the findings of the investigation, Cook said the media didn't do its part to report the facts of this case correctly.
The facts of this case are dramatically different than what has been previously reported in the media.
To be clear, on the day of the shooting, here's what Macon police told 41 NBC.
A Precinct 3 patrol officer attempted to serve a warrant. A struggle ensued. Shots were fired.
About a week later, 41 NBC learned there was no warrant out for Davis. Cook confirmed the warrant was a mix-up. Officer Clayton Sutton was at the store because a woman called 911. Saying Davis's behavior was concerning.
We now know that Mr. Davis had a 30-year history of schizophrenia and was not taking his prescribed medication.
Here's how Cook described the encounter between Sutton and Davis on December 21st. He says when Sutton got to Kroger, he confronted Davis and ordered him to take his hands out of his pockets. Davis refused. Sutton asked again. That's when Davis charged at the officer.
Officer Sutton reasonably feared for his life. We now know that Mr. Davis cut Officer Sutton's neck with his fingernails. As the officer made the split-second decision to discharge his weapon, he believed that Mr. Davis had a knife.
Cook says Sutton fired the first shot when Davis was holding on to his neck. The officer backed off, then fired again.
He fired a total of 3 times.
The forensic evidence, video, and statement from the closest eyewitness all match up, according to Cook. He called the shooting tragic, but justified.
This is a tragedy for the Davis family, and my heart goes out to them.
Again, Officer Clayton Sutton will not face criminal charges in Bibb County. Cook says he'll hand the case file over to the U.S. Attorney, but he doesn't expect any charges to be filed. Macon police say Sutton is back to work behind a desk, not on patrol.